Hello, everyone. I hope all is well with you. I'm your host, Jocelyn, and welcome to What in the Black History. Hello, and welcome back. I do hope all is well with you. This week's topic is David Walker. David Walker was an African American abolitionist whose pamphlet appealed to the colored citizens of the world, urging enslaved people to fight for their freedom, was one of the most radical documents of the anti-slavery movement. Born of an enslaved father and free mother, Walker grew up free, obtained an education, and traveled throughout the country, settling in Boston. There he became involved in the abolition movement and was a frequent contributor to Freedom's Journal, the first black newspaper published in the United States. Sometime in the 1820s, he opened a second-hand clothing store on the Boston waterfront and quickly established himself as both a business leader and prominent community activist. As a member of the black community, Walker joined the Methodist May Street Church and became a close associate of its activist minister, Reverend Samuel Snowden. He also participated in the Prince Hall Masons, a black fraternal order formed in Boston. Additionally, Walker served in the Massachusetts General Colored Association, considered to be the first black abolitionist organization. This group dedicated itself to the abolition of slavery and an end to discrimination, as well as promoted the intellectual and moral improvement of African Americans throughout the nation. Walker realized the power of the written word to create change, whether through newspapers such as Freedom's Journal or through political pamphlets. This realization likely inspired him to write his appeal to the colored citizens of the world. Published in 1829, Walker's appeal urged black resistance to slavery and racism. He unsparingly attacked slavery's defenders, including the enslavers themselves, the government, and churches. Walker filled his appeal with biblical, classical, and other historical references, which led some to question the authorship of this work. In his appeal, Walker offered a scathing critique of American slavery and the racism that undergirded it. He criticized members of the founding generation, including Thomas Jefferson, for their hypocrisy and racist ideology and for failing to practice the principles they set forth in the Declaration of Independence. Walker also went after supporters of the colonization movement who wanted to rid the country of free blacks by sending them to Africa. In this radical abolitionist pamphlet, Walker sought to claim black people's place in the American Republic, not abandon or overthrow it. Written to be read aloud to groups of both free and enslaved African Americans, Walker hoped to inspire people to action. His appeal caused huge controversy and fear when copies began to appear in the South, carried there by sailors. Southern leaders, worried of potential uprisings fomented by this pamphlet, reacted with legislation prohibiting circulation of abolitionist literature and forbidding enslaved persons to learn to read and write. Warned that his life was in danger, Walker refused to flee to Canada. His body was found soon afterwards near his shop, and many believed he had been poisoned. Official records, however, indicate that he died of tuberculosis. Walker's appeal for a slave rebellion, widely reprinted after his death, was accepted by a small minority of abolitionists, but most anti-slavery leaders and free blacks rejected his call for violence at the time. And that is the end of the episode this week. I hope that you enjoyed the episode, and I hope you'll join me next week. And until then, keep glowing and keep growing. Bye. Thank you for joining me today on What in the Black History. If you enjoyed the show, please leave a 5-star rating on Spotify to help the show grow. You can also help the show grow by telling your friends, family, and coworkers to listen in. Stream What in the Black History on Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, or wherever you get your favorite podcasts. And if you have any suggestions on little-known Black history facts that you think that I should do, email me at whatintheblackhistory@gmail.com. Bye.